you're watching CVTV, and today we continue our Visionary Spotlight Award series with our special guest, National Retail Solutions, our 2026 VSA winner in the Overall Excellence category for Emerging Technology Breakthrough. Joining us today is Elie Katz, who is President and CEO of NRS. Welcome, Elie.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be back.
Elie, a lot's been going on with NRS lately. To start us off, why don't you tell us about your new website, sellmybodega.com?
All right. So I launched sellmybodega.com because I recognize that amongst these independent convenience stores and liquor stores and tobacco shops, that there was a lot of merchants that were going out of business.
Mm-hmm.
And we give them at National Retail Solutions the tools to be successful. We give them the most robust, easy to use point of sale register. We give them credit card processing that has got no long-term contract, no cancellation fee, free equipment, clean rates. There's no surprises. We give them a great payroll service. We give them cash advances if they need it to help them run their business more efficiently. But if they are not taking advantage of these tools or they're not with National Retail Solutions, then they're going to have problems competing in the market. And because it's a very challenging market right now between the price of goods, between the difficulty in getting employees, between the difficulty in getting employees that are actually good and how expensive they are, it's really difficult as a merchant to stay afloat. So that is why I don't want to see them going out of business. They've made a huge investment. People always ask me, Elie, what do your 35,000 stores have in common? And the reality is they're all different types of flavors. But what they all have in common is that they're all entrepreneurs that have risked everything for the four corners of their store to feed their family and live the American dream. So now if they feel that they're not being successful, or let's say they want to be even more successful. I'd like to buy another store. I'm doing so great. Let me live the American dream and buy a second, a third, a fourth store. They go to sellmybodega.com, click, and they find someone who's selling or they list their business. And this way they can either make some money or by selling, or they could get some more business by buying. And we're acting more as like a marketplace of listing, basically a consortium to list all of these stores in one place. And we have it connected to our point of sale, but also anybody can go and research sellmybodega.com.
Awesome. That's sellmybodega.com. And NRS has a long history of helping small retailers compete. And another way that you're helping these businesses is through AI, right? Tell us about your latest developments on the AI front.
So that the buzzword is AI. Everything is AI, right? If it's not AI, it's Bitcoin, and if it's not Bitcoin, it's Dubai chocolate. But if you have those three buzzwords, like you're current with what's going on. Maybe peptides is the new one also coming up. But with that said, we are embracing AI at NRS. And we're not just embracing it internally to make things more efficient for our different departments to run their business. We're also embracing it externally so that our merchants can use AI to run their business more efficiently. So let me give you some examples. So we have something called the AI product recommendation engine. So we're fortunate to have 35,000 stores across the country in every single state, including Montana and Hawaii. And because of that, we're able to see what some of the stores in that neighborhood is selling and how much they're selling it for. So we have a product recommendation engine that will basically set, because you have to remember the independent convenience stores, liquor stores, tobacco shops, they don't have the multi-million-dollar back ends, like, back offices with the fancy buildings, like some of these brick and mortar chain stores have, right? They have millions and millions of dollars of research and what sells and how much they should sell it for. These independents don't have that same access. So we are giving them real data. These are the stores. First of all, we don't, obviously it's anonymous, right? So they don't know, who's selling it. But these stores in the area are selling the top 10 or top 20 items. And these are the prices that you want to sell it for. Obviously, in New Jersey, February, ice melt is somewhere in the top 10. Florida, February, you will not find ice melt in that top 10. So that is why we're giving them these very, very important educational tools. Because you know what? I may look at the top 10 and say, oh, I don't sell Snickers bar. I didn't realize it's such a popular. I'm always at Costco and I see the Snickers, but I'm like, I don't like Snickers. Why should I sell Snickers? But now we could show you. Listen, not only is Snickers bar the fourth, and I'm making this up. I'm not, but we're giving a plug to Snickers. That's okay because I happen to love Snickers. It really does satisfy me. But not only is Snickers in the top, the top four, but this is the price that most people are selling it for, right? Because that's the next issue is like, okay, I bought the box for $12. There's, 12 bars in the box. It cost me $1 each. So now what do I sell for? Maybe I'll sell for $1.50. But you know what? Maybe $1.50 is the right price. Maybe the $1.50 is the wrong price. Maybe all your neighbors are selling it for $1.25 and, only giving that 25-cent margin. Now, why is someone going to go shopping at my store if everything's, if it's the wrong price? So these are the educational tools which I guess customers take for granted that retailers have to grapple with on a daily basis. What to sell, how to sell, and how much to sell it for. And that's why National Retail Solutions has been literally the retailer lifeline. And this is AI. Now we're using AI to continue with that. And then just another thing that's on the roadmap, and I'll just give you a little bit of insight. So you want to learn from your data on your POS, right? So we have a bunch of different features. Like we have something called Contact My Customers. So Contact My Customers is one of these very non-popular, not because it's not great, but because we don't do a good enough job screaming and yelling from the top of the buildings of how wonderful this is. But I have restaurants and I've been doing this at my restaurants for years. But basically a customer comes in, I have their information. They give me their phone number. And then if there's a special, I could send them a text or reach out to them and say, hey, come on in and here's the special. Same thing in these independent convenience stores, liquor stores, tobacco shops. They may have something in the store that's about to expire. So they contact the customer, use the contact the customer, say, it's not bad, right? About to expire is like it's like the passport, right? Usually you get like a 5-year passport, but now they expire the passport. You can't travel within the 6 months of the expiration of the passport. It's like they bring it down. It's not bad to have something that's gonna expire. It didn't expire yet, but I want to get it off the shelf or and someone else to use it while it's still in the good shelf life. Otherwise, I'm going to lose money. So you just contact my customers. We send out a special, and we're able to sell those items. Or if you have something that's not selling or a hot food item. So these are the different tools that we're using, and we have the data. And now I could say also, okay, ask my POS system, how much sales did I do the last 3 years in January? So we use AI to research that and come back. So now if my January is up, I'm doing a great job. If my January is down, obviously I need to do a better job, or something's wrong. But this information, valuable information, coupled with AI, helps educate those merchants and helps them sell more and be more successful.
Now, Elie, tell us about your reseller network. What's in it for partners?
We are fortunate that we have the most amazing resellers helping us get the word out about National Retail Solutions and all the amazing products that we have. And we could not have been as successful if it wasn't for these great partners. And one of the reasons that I go to channel, and I'm very active with CSV, and I go to your shows, is because even though some of them or many of them are not necessarily selling POS systems, these are people that have relationships with small businesses or independent businesses, of which there's 33 million in America, and the backbone of our business community. And they have the trust of the owners. And why should they just sell them like a telecom product if they could also sell them credit card processing and make money. Why leave money on the table? And they have the relationship already. So whether you have one salesperson, you are the salesperson, or you have a team of salespeople, you should go to sellnrs.com. That's very simple, sellnrs.com. And you should sign up to resell our product. And you know what? You may never sell a product, but if you walk into a store or you walk into a business and you recognize that they're using credit card processing, why shouldn't you make more money? Use your relationships. What do they say? Your network is your net worth. Leverage your relationships.
There you go. Elie, thank you for the great overview here. Congratulations on the win. And we'll see you next time on CVTV.
Thank you so much for having me. I love being a partner of yours, and I appreciate very much being here today.